Towson. We are at Towson University, site of the 2022 Women's World Lacrosse Championship on ESPN. This is a consolation game from the championship bracket as a pair of 5-1 teams take the field. 6th-seeded Israel and 10th-seeded Czech Republic. The winner playing in tomorrow's 5th-place game against Japan. 12-6 winners earlier today against Haudenosaunee. And with that, hi everybody, and a good afternoon and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarczyk. I am so happy and excited to bring you this game. These two teams have only lost to Pool A teams in the quarterfinals. Israel falling to England, while the Czech Republic, they fell in their quarterfinal to Canada. Otherwise, Israel, a team that has tremendous grit and defense, and then some great stars on the offensive end. And meanwhile, for the Czech Republic, nearly entirely homegrown with several veteran players and with a fun style to watch. One of those iconic players for the Czech Republic has been midfielder Michaela Struhova. This is her 5th World Championship. She's been playing lacrosse since she was 11 years old. And she's a sneaky and clever cutter, finishes around the crease, and plays within the flow of a terrific and explosive offense. Israel's Megan Lerner, she brings the energy and the intensity defensively. She starred at Stanford and at nearby McDonough High School, also makes an impact off the draw circle. Can the Czech Republic get comfortable enough against her and the Israeli defense? The winner plays for 5th place tomorrow morning. The opening draw is next on ESPN+.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
for everyone.
It's coming. The world is coming to San Diego. 30 nations, 30 teams. Only one will be crowned world champion. There's nothing like playing for your country. This is the pinnacle of sport. Be here as legacies are forged and history is made.
From Johnny Unitas Stadium, campus of Towson University, consolation bracket and a chance to advance to play for 5th place tomorrow. We introduce our two coaches. Here's Adam Ondracek. Started playing lacrosse in the Czech Republic when he was 6 years old and played on the Czech World Lacrosse Championship team. And he's been coaching on the ladies' side for the last 6 years. And Shelly Brzezicki, who lives in Maryland, his last 12 years has been the head coach at Manchester Valley High School and is a native of Israel, moving to the U.S. at the age of 11. And a chance for Israel to move forward where they finished in 6th in 2017 and a chance to improve on that. Czech Republic wins the opening draw and they push transition immediately. Here is Tierney Larson with eyes to the front and will slow things down. The Czechs in the white, blue on blue for Israel. And we have a foul as Belmartiri is shaken up. Foul on Sarah Meisenberg here of Israel, and Martiri among the leading scorers in this entire tournament. concern for the Czech Republic. 32 goals, 6 assists, shooting 67%. And she may have taken kind of the butt end of the stick in the stomach. So Martiri and the Czech Republic, no free position there. And Martiri trying to shake that off. Kelly Layton getting the start in goal. She started all 7 for Israel. The attack with Bel Martiri, Tierney Larson, and Victoria Stedra. And the midfield with Michaela Struhova, Anna Lotman, and Teresa Kroisova. This ball came across, recovered by the Czech Republic. On that pass was Lindsay McCone for Israel, and it dug out by the Czech Republic and Kroisova. Feed to the front, Martiri catch, and she has her vengeance. Well, she took a hit and then hits a shot. 1-0 Czech Republic. This was key here. Teresa Kroisova, one of 4 players with U.S. college connections on the Czech Republic team, and Larson finding Martiri. And that has been among the best connections here at the World Championships for Bel Martiri. 33 goals here at the World Championships. Finished her career at William & Mary this spring, 3rd all-time with 149 goals. She's going to use her 5th year at Clemson for a first-year program. And her grandparents from the Czech Republic. Grandma is here watching too and enjoying this incredible moment for her granddaughter. Lotman could not come up with that pass. Stedra on the ground ball, battling with Meisenberg, and Stedra commits the foul. So Israel to outlet that defense. Sarah Meisenberg, Megan Lerner, Sarah Platt in front of Layton. And that is Platt that gets it ahead. And Israel here with Zoe Martin, a high schooler, 16 years old, from the Colorado Academy, where she's going into her junior year. Native of Denver, so she'll get first midfield run. That's Julia Rowland on the attack with Jessie Stone, Danny Jacobstein, and that first midfield will largely be Lindsay McCone, Courtney Miller, and Ali Steinberg-Berner. That is Martin on the carry. So as she subs to the box first, she'll have free position. If there was such an award for best teenager at the World Championships, Martin would be the runaway winner. Flag is out, and she charged ahead free position, and there have been several on these rosters. The age you have to be old enough to qualify for is 15 years old. And there are a handful of 15-year-olds spread across the rosters here. Martin, save is made. Anna Nichova in goal again for the Czech Republic. Rebound, and Bernard right into the stick of Nichova. Nichova at times stole the show against Canada in the quarterfinal, where she made 11 saves. Just looked outstanding. As you look at her 2nd save in the sequence, and Nichova was ready to the lower stick side. And she was among the players that impressed Coach Anna Mondracek as the Czech Republic fell to Canada 14-7, a competitive game. It was a 6-1 Canada lead at the end of one, but he was happy with the way his team performed. Across the board, it was a dream, as he said, for these girls to play against Canada, to step on the field. Rest of the game, they played an even 2nd quarter, 3-1 third, 3-2 Canada score against them in the 4th quarter. And Nichova in particular shined in that one. Suruhova looking for the clean. Tierney Larson able to check back for it. Played at Marist. Kroisova here. And the Czech Republic back to 6-on-6. And Lotman The matchup against McCone, terrific matchup there, but it is Lotman extending as she gets around McCone and scores. Lotman was among the first great players from the Czech Republic to come over and play in the U.S. 2 years at George Mason, 2 years at Louisville, after growing up in Prague. So Lotman able to free her hands on the dodge. Lotman with her 14th. At 4-2 against Germany in the round of 16. Started doing triathlons in the last year and is known for her tremendous fitness level. And Anna Mondrancic says she's the best player in the Czech Republic, men or women. And when you talk about icons, the Czech Republic has their golden generation right now. Can they pay that off and head into tomorrow's game against Japan to play for 5th place? Czech Republic will get the clear off the draw with Yulia Hrazankova, Linda Semerokova, and Katarzyna Rakova, the 3 low defenders on that end. Teresa Sikorova. She'll get a midfield run now for the Czechs. Feed behind for Larson. Has the cutter. Svrhova. Oh! What a quick stick. Leighton could not retreat in time. The skip over the top. One quick touch with the wrists. In and out of the stick in a hurry. Svrhova making it 3-0. That is dazzling here. Early timeout, Israel. Tierney Larson, a pair of assists, and Michaela Svrhova, as we talk more about her, also giving back as part of this golden generation. She's still just 32 years old, playing on her first World Championship team when she was 15 in Annapolis, Maryland. And she now coaches a U14 team in the Czech Republic and works as a grammar school teacher, has tremendous fitness. And the Czech Republic have been able to look very fresh pushing through. And coming into this tournament, the goal was, and the dream for Anna Mondrancic, to finish in the top 8. And that can be guaranteed with a victory here today. And have such a bright future. Adam himself started playing the sport of intercross until he was 12 years old and then became a box lacrosse player. There's a big box presence now in Europe, particularly in the area of the Czech Republic and other countries, kind of the combination of also Scandinavia, hockey indoors in a lot of ways. This team has spent almost a year together preparing for this, going back to the fall when they played Scotland for a weekend, 4 games in Prague. And they tested themselves this April in the annual home international tournament in England against Scotland, Wales, and England. They didn't even have their full roster there without Tierney Larson and Bella Martiri. And had some decent games against Scotland and Wales. Steinberg Bernard will come up with an important draw control. 3-0 Czech Republic. Martin on the drive. Julia Rowland, defended by 18-year-old Linda Semerokova. Stone. And Lindsay McCone certainly could be a surefire bet to be all-world, and so is Nichova, who makes her 3rd save in the early going. Anna Nichova, like Svrhova, she was on that 2005 World Championship team as the backup goalie, as she outlets ahead her 5th World Championship. And a turnover here in the redefend by Israel as we have a look And a replay in the lower left-hand corner, McCone on the drive. Lindsay McCone shooting 47% from a midfield spot, 15 goals, 11 assists. So Stone with Jacobstein and Rowland on the attack for Israel. McCone faking the flip, stopping, and she's got shooting space. So just a little bit too much room. Lindsay McCone has been fantastic in all phases, free position, 7 of 9 as well. McCone passing there, Stone, and she gets Israel on the board. So it's 3-1. Jessie Stone on the cut. Stone has been a steady scorer here at the World Championships with her 7th. Her 2nd World Championship representing Israel back in 2017. And now a decade out of Cornell, 4th all-time in scoring upon graduation at Cornell. And there was a yellow card issued to the Czech Republic following the shot as Stone was knocked down. And the card on defender Linda Semerakova. So no draw control here. And once McCone and Israel get in the box, a 6-on-5 will begin. Pressure there on Stone, and the ball on the ground. McCone still loose. And has some valuable time coming off the clock. Finally, Danny Jacobstein comes up with it. Then the deflected pass by Lotman, and it'll be Zoe Martin to recover it. So now Israel can set up and run the offense with Martin dodging through Lotman. So they'll put her up to the 11. Anna Nichova already with 3 saves through 10 minutes. Martin had 8 goals in her first 2 games. Martin to Cage, and she is collapsed on. The Czech Republic forces the turnover. They'll look for the clear, and the outlet ahead for Krojzova. And Teresa Krojzova, still with a minute left in the player down situation. Feed there for Larson off of her stick. And Larson will beat Miller to it. And the Czech Republic here, but they make a mistake. They go offside. So they were about to kill off the remaining time. Israel will get it back. Bernard running the field, had McCone. And the Czech Republic able to get back in defensively, but a whistle off ball. And now we are all even up here. 6-on-6. It is not free position for Ali Steinberg-Bernard. Rowland looked for the cutter, and it skips through. Abby Stoller on it for Israel. Steinberg-Stone. Julia Rowland, under 3 minutes left, first quarter. Czech Republic, 3 goals in the first 6.5 minutes. Steinberg-Bernard, Czech Republic sits on her right hand, and now McCone draws the foul on Lotman. McCone passing, Bernard shot, that's perhaps off the stick of Nichova. And now we're gonna get another card coming out. But this is gonna be dangerous propel against Ali Steinberg-Bernard. And she can't believe it, she is heading off with a yellow. Hold on a moment. Our officials would get together. It appeared the card was being given to Bernard. 4 officials work each game of these Women's World Championships. And we'll have we're watching Steinberg-Bernard and to see if she heads off and where she'll go. Is it the bench or? And it is a 2-minute yellow. So each team with 1 here in the opening corner. And she's visibly frustrated. Steinberg-Bernard, of course, took heavy contact on the closeout and maintaining that it could have been a foul or a card against a Czech Republic player. Then she continued the shot, and that's where the dangerous propel comes up. Pass off the stick of Svrhova, and Lindsay McCone up with it. So the Czech Republic with a failed clear. So as they have a player up, McCone can take it to the corner. And the Czechs are not going to force out here. And they're going to let maybe the rest of this clock elapse so as Israel can hold it. So both teams may end up wasting opportunities here in this first quarter. 3-1 Czech Republic. Now Stoller draws a double. She'll play it back to safety. And very wisely here to Lerner. Lerner able to step in. Stone. And the Czech Republic having a chance of the ground ball. Stone commits the foul. When you're down a player, the good news here is the clock is continuous in these World Championships. So even something like that, just the wait for the ground ball to be picked up and restarted, that is to your benefit. So Nichova here with 45 seconds left. Svrhova, almost surprised there by McCone. Lotman for Linda Semenokova. And then the trail check from behind. How about Julia Rowland? Rowland with the pressure, and the Czech Republic failing to clear during 2 opportunities during a player-up situation. Half minute left. Miller will lob it across. We are now all even. McCone. And she'll have a free position to try to bring Israel within 1. 12 seconds left, first quarter. The clock stops in the first 3 quarters under 30 seconds. McCone, down low, Stone, and it just trickled wide. Nichova coming up with the save. That's how the clock is going to run out. Anna Nichova who was awesome against Canada in the losing effort. 4 first quarter saves. Tierney Larson, 2 assists. What a showdown. 6th-seeded Israel, 10th-seeded Czech Republic here in Towson on ESPN+. (3-1) Czech Republic as we head to the second quarter. There's Tierney Larson, who is from Fairfield, Connecticut, but her connection to the Czech Republic goes back several years. She got a job working as an English teacher and Czech national team assistant coach originally, a non-passport holder, but she spent 4 or 5 years living in the Czech Republic, teaching English, coaching lacrosse, eventually playing now for the women's national team, going back before the 2019 European Championships for Anna Mondracek, and now becoming a recruiter. She's also right now an assistant coach at Columbia after 2 years at Marist, so she's even working behind the scenes here, a busy month of recruiting in July, and even bringing on a fellow Columbia assistant coach Shannon Need to be their goalie coach, working with Anna Nichova daily. And that's the understated thing that you can take for granted with some of these countries. It's not just having a head coach, but having multiple coaches to work with the players, having a goalie coach that not every country has at their disposal. Draw control to begin the second quarter for Teresa Krojzova. And even for some of the developing countries, it has been so valuable here that they get a chance to talk after games, night of games, walking around with coaches from other teams or players from other teams. They have a chance to sit down with coaches that they just went up against from the developing countries and just get some tremendous advice that may not be always available to them in their countries. And a Lotman moving screen called against the rolling Belmartiri. So Steinberg Bernard is able to draw it, and a turnover by the Czech Republic. So here comes McCone, And a dangerous swipe check, and it's going to be a card out against Tierney Larson. So already 3 yellows between the two teams. So Larson heads off, and Israel will have a 6-on-5 coming once they clear. There was no contact, but it was a dangerous swipe check near the head as she was trying to redefend against McCone. So a game like this, these little mental errors, who can limit them the most may be the difference. Shots are 7-3 Israel. McCone, down it comes. Stone on the bouncer. She was just stopped there in the end of the first quarter, and there she's able to get a little bit higher topside and put it around a great goalie like Nichova. 3-2, Israel within 1. So McCone with her second assist. The Steinbergs, both from Suffolk, New York. They play different roles. Jesse on the attack, Allie on the midfield. Jesse's always been a standout finisher, going back to her time at Cornell. And Allie having played at Rutgers as a 3-year starting midfielder. Meisenberg came up with the draw near the restraining line, and back it goes to Leighton. Lerner, and there's a dangerous swipe check on Martiri, and is this another yellow? They are waving her over. So it's going to be 6-on-4. Martiri heads off. And those yellows are non-releasable, so Israel will have a 6-on-4 for some time. And the mistakes mounting for the Czech Republic. So Martiri took some hard contact on the very first possession of the game, came back and scored. And here is Israel. Look at all the space here. Eden Epner, and kind of in and out of her stick, and Nichova has it. So now can the Czechs play keep away for a while? At least another minute until Tierney Larson's card expires. So they give it to Suruhova. Epner tries to flush her out. Back to Nichova. No shot clock in the Women's World Championships. Nichova, who handles it well. Suruhova back to her. Larson back on the field. So now it's 6-on-5. Suruhova ducks the stick, and now motors ahead. And the pickup at midfield, and the Czech Republic is almost out of the woods. Krojzova. And Israel will back off. 5-on-6 here on the offensive end for the Czech Republic. So what a substantial moment in this game. Still early second quarter. The winner gets to play for 5th place tomorrow against Japan. Suruhova can go back across. She does, and finds Yuli Hrazankova, the defender. And she goes back outside to safety. And here comes Martiri. So the Czech Republic has killed off what was nearly 2 full minutes of 6-on-4. They hold a 3-2 lead, and now Martiri works against Meisenberg on the blow-by. The shot! And Martiri, well rested. The whistle after the goal. A card is out, and this is going to go against it's a card against Israel. So the score is 4-2 Czech Republic, and Meisenberg picking up a yellow. And there'll be no draw control here. So the cards have greatly impacted this game, and the Czech Republic now 6-on-5 for the second time. Both teams have struggled with the woman up. Now there's the cut, save made. No, it got past Leighton. Srahova on the cut. That's what she has been known for nearly 20 years. Such a high lacrosse IQ, a sneaky cutter. And the Czech Republic, who have played together for so long, Larson and Srahova at this point like sisters that can read each other. A timeout on the field, 9:39 left. Third assist for Tierney Larson in this first half. As for Srahova, in such great shape, I got to learn about the sport called Canicross, which is running with your dog alongside you while you wear a harness. Srahova is one of these people that just has to find competition and something to do. And she has been excelling at lacrosse for a long time. And now trying to take the Czech Republic to that final step to try to play for 5th place. Loves this sport. Her nickname of Mishuta, that can run all game. So the Czech Republic officially is 5 of 5 shooting in this one. There'll be some great shooting tomorrow, I promise. 9:30 a.m. Don't sleep on Australia against England. England really pushed Canada and the U.S. When you watch those games, England is very much climbing, and the gap between them and the top 2 of the U.S. and Canada, I think, has shrunk to a moment where they have to be taken seriously as a future champion. They'll take on Australia in the bronze medal game, and then the Canada-U.S. game. What a pleasure that's going to be for a Saturday afternoon to watch. Both games on ESPN2. Srahova and Martiri with 2 goals each. And the Czech Republic still will have the advantage. And Srahova missed on the first ground ball. Comes up with the second, looking for the outlet for Lotman, who kind of plays it to herself and charges ahead. Martiri into Miller, bouncer that hit the pipe. As it bounced out, the Czech Republic, the lead 3, and Israel gets a break. Down a player, here is Steinberg-Stone. Steinberg-Stone shooting right at Nichova. And the outlet ahead here for Teresa Sikharova. As we see the pipe shot from Martiri. Meanwhile, the live action 3-on-1. Larson! Got a great look. End-to-end action, no backup there. Almost like sixes lacrosse, with both of these teams having teams that will play in the World Championships for sixes down in Birmingham, Alabama. The Czech Republic will send about half the team down there with Adam Ondracek, while Israel will have a handful of players here from this team to go down. Believe it or not, the Czech Republic and Israel both have games on Tuesday of next week. They'll both play tomorrow, get 2 days to get down to Birmingham to start sixes. Kelly Layton well out of goal. In a player down situation, there's the knockdown by Rakova, and it'll stay with Israel. Israel 2 of 10 shooting. Stoller just dropped it. Ball on the ground. Suruhova able to pounce on it. And now the Czechs try to push transition. They shovel it along. Here comes one of their 6 teenagers, Ellen Pantazopoulou. Martiri down into Larson and the deflected shot. Lerner getting her stick on it to deny a goal. Megan Lerner had to be clean on that check. Prevent a goal, prevent the foul. And Israel still just trailing by 3 as Layton goes down the middle. Martin locates Delaney Benson. And already critical moments developing. The 6-on-4 that Israel came away with nothing. But then the 2 saves, or actually the miss on the 3-on-1 by Larson. And then that check by Lerner to keep the score at just 5-2 for the Czech Republic. Stoller. Eden Epner looking for Jacobstein in the crease. And the ball loose outside the 11. McCone will be fouled. Martin wide open. Epner flips it in. A mistake defensively by the Czechs. And a good job with Zoe Martin having her head up. And Israel gets within 2 again, 5-3. Epner on that backdoor cut. Finished up her career in 2018 at Johns Hopkins and headed to medical school in Houston to follow her dad, who did his fellowship at Johns Hopkins and played club lacrosse and water polo at Stanford. Epner from Bel Air, Texas, and joining Israel here in Baltimore for these World Championships. Martiri picks up the draw. Lotman trying to push. 4:35 left. First half that's been marred with yellows. Israel, a lot of chances to get even with the Czech Republic. Czech Republic, a lot of chances to perhaps really separate from Israel too. Lotman has the cutter. That's Suruhova. She cut back door, and you could see within these passes just how close this Czech Republic team is and the way the chemistry plays out among their passes. And Suruhova again, ever so subtly and quietly, tiptoes around defenders and finds herself open. As Adam Ondracek describes about the offensive philosophy, the way he runs, there's just so much more of a passing influence in the Czech Republic, both via box lacrosse and in the field play. And they implement a lot of two-man pick games because the girls know that from the indoor. There's Lotman. Larson was looking for Martiri, and Martiri is fouled, so she'll go to the 11 as she got position on Lerner. Bell Martiri to goal, and Layton comes up with a save. Kelly Layton stopping the bouncer. 2.5 remaining. Martin has played a lot in this first half for Israel. And Israel has used Courtney Miller primarily as a defender and to clear. Miller has logged a ton of minutes this week. Bernard to the crease. It's open again. It's Martin. So Martin on the cut after she had an earlier assist, and it's 6-4. Well, you can't overstate it how Zoe Martin has been welcomed as a teenager playing with this Israel team. Really impressed Shelly Brzezicki and the coaching staff back in September 21 in their camps where they played a pair of weekends against college teams for her high IQ and skill set, and the veterans that have been able to help her along. And when you play day after day, and Martin has been able to remain very consistent throughout. That's Jacobstein. Or rather, number 1, Emily Wasoki on for the first time to take that draw. And for Israel, they have a chance to cut it to 1. 40 seconds left first half. Feed to the crease, Epner thought about the shovel shot. Martin recovers with 5. Rather, it's Bernard. The bouncer beats Nichova low through the 5-hole. 6-5, Israel within 1 with just 1 second showing. So with a loose ball there, and Bernard able to split a pair of defenders. And now a card has been given after the play on the Czech as Marketa Vrabtsova picked up the card. So Israel is going to have a third quarter of 1:55, 6-on-5. No draw here. Israel can try to throw it into the crease. Well, this game has had massive changes of momentum. Strahova on the pickup, and that's it for the first half. Czech Republic could have led by as many as 4 easily, several times. Israel could have been tied in numerous occasions, but it's 6-5 Czech Republic at half. What a thrilling game to see who advances to play for 5th place tomorrow. 2 outstanding teams that have been building up and working towards this for a long time. Our halftime highlights are coming up from Towson on ESPN+.
Yo, do you mean, dude, you know, I've seen it all before. There goes Tiger, just a shot from the bended knee. My main man, Money, the king. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
And to ignite potential.
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better
Safer.
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
Back at John United Stadium at Towson, you get the feeling this game will come right down to the wire. 10-seeded Czech Republic with a 1-goal lead over 6-seeded Israel. Halftime highlights are coming up. It's a great game to hang out and watch here at Towson. 6-5, Czech Republic leading Israel. And Ralph Bednarczyk back with you. Well, this game has changed radically a couple different times. We've had a total of 4 yellows, and then one just at the end of the half is going to be the third against the Czech Republic. So Israel will have it 6-on-5 coming up. Neither team's been able to shake away from one another and develop some kind of momentum. And we appear like we're lined up to a great finish at the end of the fourth. As we look at our highlights, let's show you how we got here. Czech Republic led 3-0 before Israel was able to finally run some offense. Ananichova was great early in goal, but Lindsay McCone twice feeding Jessie Stone on the doorstep. That made it a 3-2 game. But for the Czech Republic, an assortment of scores. Very early on, game's first goal, Martiri after taking a knock from Tierney Larson. Then Martiri for the second time made it 4-2 at that moment. And then midfielder Michaela Suruhova playing a full field game there on the cut. And then Suruhova again. Suruhova has tallied 3 times to lead all players in the first half. Shots 13-10 Israel. 5 saves in goal for Ananichova, one of the best goalies in the world for the Czech Republic. But the cards have mounted. That's what it's been about. We'll see if that will continue to be a factor for the second half. Right now, the Czech Republic lead is just 1, with the winner playing for 5th place tomorrow.
We want the gold medal. We've been dreaming of it our entire lives. But this summer, we want more. We have an opportunity together to change the sport and women's athletics for the better. The eyes of the lacrosse community will be on us. Never has this sport been more popular. Never has this platform been bigger. So what's this about? A team of talented women with a shared goal. Inspiring a new generation, one whose identity is a sense of pride and not a limitation. Relentlessly pursuing equity in our sport and beyond, we want the greatness of all women's athletes to shine. The world will be watching. Let's put on a show. This is more than a medal. Are you with us?
Fasten your seatbelt.
The game you've always loved just found a new gear.
Introducing World Lacrosse Sixes.
It's speed and scoring.
Tempo and transition.
Athleticism and action.
It's big-time energy packed onto a smaller playing surface.
It's the game you've always loved, brought to you at warp speed.
It's lacrosse on the Autobahn.
Don't blink. This is World Lacrosse Sixes.
So back at Towson, final day of the Women's World Lacrosse Championship is tomorrow. And these two teams will definitely be playing, though the question is, are they playing for 5th place or 7th place? For the Czech Republic, their best finish has been 8th place a couple of times, 10th in 2017. So they can assure themselves of their best ever finish with a victory here. For Israel, their best finish, this is just their 3rd World Championship appearance, as Israel Lacrosse was officially founded in 2011. They were 6th in 2017. So they would still need to win this game and then tomorrow. Japan is waiting, the winner of this one. Wasoki and Martiri on the draw control, and Bernard comes up with it ahead of Lotman. offsides against the Czech Republic. We start out here with a player up situation here for Israel. This delay there allows some time to melt off the clock, the advantage in the running time. There is Martin, though. We are tied at 6. Doesn't matter for Israel as they work the ball around and they find the advantage. So Israel with 3 straight. Martin with 2 goals. Terrific stick work and a budding star on display for the world to see. Still some time left on the woman up here for Israel if they're able to win this draw. I would imagine that both coaches stress to their teams about stick discipline at the half. We've seen a total of 5 yellow cards coming out. It's a hard-fought game as Lotman comes up with it, and this is just about going to melt off the rest of the yellow, and the Czech Republic will get even here. But the cards have disrupted the flow of the way this game has gone. So Martiri against Meisenberg. That's been the matchup today. Feed inside, and what a shot there! That is Struhova on the cut, and she loves those shovel shots. That one came through like a little curveball to boot. The Czech Republic leads again. Look at this movement. Struhova has tallied 4 times. Lotman again found her, and her work around the crease, it's been all different. Cuts, little mini dodges, catch and finishes. She's a midfielder by trade. Doesn't dodge a whole lot. It's more about running to spots. Lotman, an uncontested ground ball. For Struhova, she matches her best goal output so far of the tournament. Had a 4-goal, 1-assist game against Mexico. And what was a key game to capture the pool for the Czech Republic to clinch a spot here in the championship bracket as Lotman drives, and she'll work her way to a free position. Lotman nearly center hash. Lotman and her bouncer. Leighton couldn't get it. Back up here for the Czech Republic. Czech Republic led by 3 goals on 2 occasions, 5-2 and 6-3. And they had 2 shots to try to lead by 4. Larson around Miller, trying to take it across, and picks up the dangerous check to the head from Bernard, and will go to the 11-meter. Czech Republic coming in off a free position has not been great. A little better than 50%, 14 of 26 heading into today's game. Larson, and denied there by Leighton. So the Czechs missed twice on free position, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Courtney Miller looks for the clear. Stoller. And Bernard settles. Stoller, and she takes a dangerous check from Lotman, and a free position for her. Stoller dishes it off, McCone shoots, and the bouncer beats Nichova. We are tied again. So Stoller took it in, and McCone with the well-timed cut. First of the game for Lindsay McCone. Team best 16 through these World Championships. We've hit the water break with 8:14 to play, 7-all. Talked about the busy calendar that these teams have. Lindsay McCone is going to play for Team Israel as part of their 12-member team for sixes on the women's side down in Birmingham, Alabama on Tuesday, and then go right into the Athletes Unlimited schedule after that. Israel went 4-0 through pool play. Their most challenging game came against Puerto Rico, 14-11, which they trailed that game late in the second quarter Saturday, 6-2, before bouncing back. The Netherlands was a tough battle, and then the loss to England here in the championship bracket quarterfinals, and now here tied up at 7. And their final game, regardless of what happens here, will be their 8th in a 10-day stretch to conclude the Women's World Championship. And Israel also got together going back to last September in Baltimore, and then September 18th and 19th, a weekend in Boston. And they combined their World Championship team and their sixes team, and they decided to mainly split the rosters. There are some great stars on the sixes team like Sammy Jo Tracy, Rachel Rosen, and others, Mac McDonough, they're all going to be down there. And then McCone will join them. Memorial Day weekend, they scrimmaged Jamaica, and these two teams scrimmaged each other also in the pre-tournament. I think it was 2 days before the start of the tournament, so they saw each other. So I think from a familiarity standpoint, that's not an issue. Israel coach Shelly Brzezinski even coached Belle Martiri 4 years through the Skywalkers Lacrosse Club, as Martiri being and living in Houston all through high school, but spent her summers in Baltimore where she originally grew up and played for Skywalkers from U14 up to U17, right into the year before her senior year. A whistle and a foul. The ball will go over to Israel. And Teresa Kroisova shaken up. What a warrior she has been, coming back from compartment syndrome on her legs. 2 operations. And able to make it back this last year to play for Division II Bridgeport in Connecticut. Interception by Larson. Failed clear Israel. Tied at 7 in what was a game in which it looked like the Czech Republic would be in control of. Larson, tough pass for Sruhova to handle. Whistle against Israel, and that'll give Michaela Suruhova a free position. Out to Martiri. And the cutter, that was Larson, pass behind her. The pickup for the Czech Republic, Teresa Bartušková on for the first time. Now Miller against Lotman. Lotman the blow by, missed a quality look. So the Czech Republic missed our last two free positions. And a good look there. Martiri, feed inside Suruhova. Return for Bel Martiri. And Meisenberg sits on her right hand. The skip, Lotman. Lotman turns, shoots with the left, and Leighton was waiting for it. All kinds of chances for the Czech Republic. Lindsay McCone ahead. As Lotman turned and fired to the stick side. McCone. And this is going to be a card out against Lindsay McCone. Dangerous propel is the call. McCone asking for an explanation. The whistle had blown perhaps a half second before that, and McCone followed through the shot, and that must be the interpretation from the official. So the Czech Republic and McCone visibly frustrated. And not just wipes away the call, but it gives, well, it takes, first of all, McCone off the field, so that is huge. And it'll lead to a throw, so it takes the free position away that Israel had gotten, but then the card eliminates that. So we have the equivalent of a toss, like a jump ball in basketball. Lotman pursues, and it'll come out into the 11 for Yuli Hrazankova. And for Larson, so the Czech Republic. 6-on-5 once they get in. Tied at 7. They led 3-0 to open up this game. Suruhova, the cutter, did not like the shot. Sakharova will win it back. And here it comes on the wing for Marketa Malinovska, who's come on the attack. Martiri weaving through Lerner, did not give an angle. Lotman asks for patience. Malinovska, the cut for Sakharova. And the ball on the ground, Megan Lerner with the tough ground ball. So Israel is a clear from keeping this game tied. And Miller, who has just played defense, clearly must be nursing an injury, a dynamic midfielder that Israel has not been able to have on the offensive end. But it's been Zoe Martin that has stepped up with 2 goals to take the bulk of those minutes along with Delaney Benson. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Still time left here in the Czechs' advantage. Bernard into the crease, looking for Jacobstein. Lotman has it. So the Czech Republic perhaps will have just a few more seconds left on the advantage. As this pass is off the stick of Katarzyna Rakova, and she is shaken up. Here comes Zoe Martin against Nichova. Save is made by Nichova one-on-one. Rakova now to her feet, passes away from the stick of Larson, and now the battle on the ground. Malinovska boxing out Meisenberg. Larson is the one that knocks it out. We see the save there. Martin decided to test Nichova with no angle. That's Tierney Larson heading off. Perhaps a bit shaken up there. And the official saying, like the official said, if you're shaken up, she had to leave the game for a moment. So here with 2 minutes left, third quarter, we will see her again. Lerner. Stoller cannot bring it in, but then grabbed the ground ball. Stoller trying to drive on 34-year-old Katarzyna Rakova, a teacher in the Czech Republic. That pass across for Rowland. Nearing a minute to go. All even here, an Israeli player falling down inside the 11. That was Martin. It is McCone. McCone had the flag out and puts Israel in front for the first time. 8-7 Israel. McCone back off of the frustrating card. Stays composed and around the down defender. And Israel has climbed out of that early deficit, trailing by 3 on 3 separate occasions. So McCone with the tire and then the go-ahead. Bernard, maybe one more possession for Israel. And she is forced out. 19 seconds showing. That pass disrupted as it's on the ground. And Tierney Larson with 10. To the stick of Martiri with 5. Martiri. The stoppage with 2 seconds. Czech Republic getting some numbers into the 11. Into Srhova, who won't be able to get a shot off. Israel gets 3 of the 4 goals in the third quarter. 8-7 is our score. This one lining up to have a great finish in Towson. As we start the fourth quarter, the Czech Republic had the momentum early in this game. 3-0, 5-2 lead, 6-3. Their goalie, Anna Nichova, stood out with 6 saves. The winner, by the way, will take on Japan tomorrow morning. But the Czech Republic is making a goalie change here at the start of the fourth quarter. "19-year-old Katarzyna Najemnikova, considered a big talent, a lefty goalie, and Anna Mondracek says she's very even in practice daily with Nichova, was their U19 team goalie, and has some U.S. college potential. She is in to begin this fourth quarter. Nichova making 6 saves in the first 3 quarters. And again, she has been known, and particularly against the game against Canada, but perhaps a change-up just to throw off Israel, bringing in a lefty. So Nichova on the sideline. And Nichova, an icon in the country, like several of these Czech Republic players are. They've got the possession off the opening draw. Lotman back to her left, continues and beats Leighton High. So they spread the field for Anna Lotman. We are tied for the 3rd time. That's a shot with her offhand. Second for Lotman. spent a year in the U.S., her junior year as an exchange student in Virginia, where she played high school lacrosse and was all-Met honorable mention at T.C. Williams High School. She's been a great player for a long time, part of the Czech program since 2007. Martiri comes up with a draw. Suruhova, Lotman. Larson looked for the cutter in Suruhova. Those two have connected already on two separate occasions. Martiri works away past Meisenberg, and the Czech Republic back in front. Martiri powering through the Czech. Three more today off that face dodge by Isabel Martiri. Proud mom over there on the sideline, Mom Eva Vicio. Starred at Bryn Mawr High School here locally in the Maryland area. Was the Ivy League Rookie of the Year, being a four-year attacker at Yale. And Dad played football at Princeton. She's learned the phrase when you want to say, give me the ball, in Czech, that's mi míč. She got the ball there. Israel on the next draw. McCone had given Israel the lead. Stoller taking the flip pass. Pass Razankova. Rowland searching. McCone off the face dodge. Quick cut. Burner save made. Nyemnikova kicking it out. Stick not needed there. And then throws that rope of a pass. Could not connect though. She threw it into traffic. Lerner comes up with it. What a fantastic stop this is. Somewhere off the right leg. McCone. And McCone on free position, under 10 minutes left. McCone takes it herself. Just a quick shot to the off-stick side. It's a rocket coming out. 9-all. All three of her goals have come in the second half. Spectacular talent on the field here. Duking it out with 9 minutes to go. And what the top of the sport looks like is phenomenal. McCone steps in front of Lotman to collect the draw. McCone fakes, goes all the way, has another! She has now the last 4 goals for Israel. Czech Republic never stopping ball. And McCone seeing the opening. A timeout on the field for the water break. Much needed for the Czech Republic to regroup. Lindsay McCone, a second-team All-American in 2021 out of Northwestern. Been a major star her entire career. And now carrying Israel here. McCone with 4 goals, 2 assists. Substantial outside the circle. And the Czech Republic will have to figure out what to do when she's driving and she's dodging. So as they discuss things, the coach Adam Ondracek, back and forth we've gone. And Israel has climbed out of those 3-goal margins and now taken the lead for the second time. They've gotten a strong game from Kelly Layton in goal, who's made 5. Nichova 6 saves through 3 quarters, and the 1 stop by Naim Nikova since she has come on. The Czech Republic finished 4th in the 2019 European Championships with a roster that looks very similar to this. Even younger this time with 6 teenagers that Adam Ondracek has brought up to the team. And for Shelly Brzezinski, Israel that year finished 2nd to England, losing the final on home soil in Netanya, Israel. Well, she was thrilled with the way her defense played in the quarterfinal, losing to England by a 13-5 score, but they turned it over 16 times. 0-4 free position. But they held England enough in check, and now can they do that again for the remaining 8 minutes? Bernard, draw control for Israel. McCone, that locates the cutter. It's Stone who cut back door. McCone this time on the feed, and now Israel by 2 for the first time. You'll see the cut off ball. McCone beating Linda Semerakova. And the experience from Israel showing here. Three goals for Jessie Stone. Rotman. And what was a critical draw for the Czech Republic. And allotment, then checked away from behind. From behind, Sarah Platt for Israel, but then the clearing pass thrown away, and Hrazankova for the Czech Republic has it. Victoria Stedra, 17-year-old lefty, behind here for Srohova. Great moments here at the end of this game. A chance to play for 5th place tomorrow at stake. Lotman, the cut, Srhova, another. Just planted herself in a great spot, and she has 5. It's a 1-goal game again. Just movement off ball. How about that difficult catch to turn the stick over? Srhova, 5 of 5 shooting in this game. The ball did not go high enough. They'll redo the draw. Belmar Thierry for the Czech Republic. As that pops up in the vicinity of McCone, Lotman had the opportunity. It's Jacobstein that follows it up. Under 4 minutes left. How will Israel play this? Will they consider taking a ton of time off the clock and hope that 1 goal is enough? Nyemnikova peering out.